The legislature wrapped up the 60-day session on Thursday. Olympia Bureau Chief Drew Mickelson is in Olympia right now with a look at what passed and what didn't, and how Republicans say they had reason to celebrate for a change. Drew.
Hi, Christine. Yeah, on even-numbered years, they have what are considered the short sessions, but Democrats, who control the majority here, had quite a long to-do list, but they didn't quite get everything crossed off that list. After the session wrapped up on Thursday afternoon, Governor Jay Inslee said he was glad legislators secured funding to continue clearing encampments and getting folks into shelters and housing. Democrats were able to pass a bill that will help Puget Sound Energy gradually phase out natural gas. But the move to limit rent increases did not pass. That was a priority for Democrats and something that they say they will push for again next year. Overall, though, Governor Inslee says the session was good for the state, especially those who need help with addiction.
More help for tribes, schools, and public health organizations in the fight against the fentanyl crisis. We're stepping up the plate. We're going to give our kids education. We're going to have more treatment. It's major action against the scourge.
So, Drew, this session may be best remembered for the initiatives that legislators passed, especially that police pursuit one.
Yes, so last Monday, all three of those initiatives that came to the floor here in the House and Senate passed, including one that would ban the state or local governments from ever having income taxes. The other one that passed was one that would guarantee parents the rights to 15 different school records for their children. And of course, that police pursuit initiative, which rolled back restrictions passed by the legislature just 3 years ago. Under that original law, police could only chase suspects wanted for DUI, escape, sexual, or violent crimes. Come June, though, they can pursue people accused of breaking any law.
It's good to see, even if I think it was a couple years too late, Democrats recognize they got it wrong and we need to fix this.
Was that law a failure?
I actually think it's a complete victory, honestly.
Speaker of the House Lori Jenkins putting a positive spin on it. She believes agencies are going to keep restricting pursuits even without that law, but several sheriffs have already told us they will start chasing after burglars and car thieves again.
We are going to do what's right, which is to give the discretion back to the two people in this world who are most knowledgeable about the instance at hand, which is the pursuing deputy and the supervisor they're communicating all of the risk factors to.
So, Drew, last in-session question of the year. Hundreds of bills passed during the session. You covered dozens of them. What is the one that sticks out to you that maybe didn't get enough attention?
Well, that's easy. There was one that came to the floor of the House and Senate only because of a group of high school students from Lake Washington High School. The students were in an AP government class. They had to come up with a law. They wrote it, and it actually got passed. Currently, only the state's largest school districts are required to have Narcan on hand in high schools. But thanks to this new law, every public school in the state will need to have the overdose reversing drug on every campus. These students say they're tired of hearing about cases of fentanyl taking the lives of teens and adults. And in testimony before House members, student Cassie Montgomery shared the story of her uncle's death from a fentanyl overdose.
What we're trying to do here with this bill is not only get Narcan in every single school, but to have it become a normalized thing, because this is an epidemic that is affecting all of us. If this bill can save one life, it will have been worth it. Thank you.
Those students say they plan on returning to the Capitol to see the governor sign their bill into law. Christine, that is a wrap from In Session this year. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Drew. Another session in the books. And by the way, if you want to see all of King 5's coverage from the Capitol, text the word session to 206-448-4545 and we'll send you a link.